Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to do a really quick hit video on a device that I've slowly come to fall more and more in love with, which is the BOOX Palma 2 Pro. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This should have been an e-ink phone. That's what this device should have been. Now, the case, not a huge fan of just because it looks beautiful and it's very nicely done as far as as an aesthetic, but it's not very functional. That's not my favorite part. But the device itself, and I did my recent video on build quality and kind of how just nice this is as a package with this silicone exterior and the fact that you have all of these other components, which are really, really nice. It's definitely made for something portable on the go and just something that's just really fun to have. But what I've gotten to fall really in love with on this device is the fact that as a reader, as a portable small reader, it's excellent. Now, I've said before, at night in bed, the NXTPAPER 60 Ultra from TCL was actually my favorite of the two to read on, but this one is still excellent. And during the day and in full light, it's even better. So it would be my preference to read on for that. Now, I love my Nomad, I love my Manta, I love the BOOX devices. They all have good quality, but they're just not as functional in some ways as this little device is because it fits easily in one hand. The actual text on it is absolutely excellent, super crisp, and it has these page turn buttons. Now, I've mentioned before, especially in a recent video, that they are a little touchy, and you notice right there, I didn't even press. And it's just moving on me. So you don't even have to press the button to actually make it move on that rocker. Now you can, and that's what I just did there, but even here, just the slightest bit of pressure, it's not even a press, and it's going to automatically move to that next page. But I will tell you, as a reader, this is a phenomenal device. And then what you get on top of that is the ability to do other things. What makes it an even more powerful reader is the fact that not only can I have Kobo, not only can I have Libby, and I can do all that on my Supernote platform as well, but I do have Google Play Books, so I could go into that. Now, a lot of folks make a big deal out of Google Play Books, which is well earned and well deserved. I mean, they have a large library that's available. But to me, what's even more impressive on a device like this is the fact that you can also do Google News. And of course, you don't get full Google with Supernote. You do get that with Books. So you can do this on any Books device. But just to have this in a pinch or to be able to read news articles on it, and there are other news sources that you can sideload onto the Supernote or some of the other devices out there, but it's just, this is very convenient, very easy. I can download all of the different news apps I want on it. And of course, this little device has the BOOX Super Refresh technology as well as the Kaleido color screen. And all of those things together just make this a very nice experience. Now, right now, I don't have this hooked up to 4G. It does have that capability. I did take the Mint Mobile SIM card I'd had just to test the TCL NXTPAPER and put it in this for a little while, and the 4G worked flawlessly. I could use that on the go. I could download my Kindle library. I didn't have to worry about whether or not I had an internet connection. But to be perfectly honest, very rarely am I in a space where I'm not close enough to a hotspot, whether it's an Xfinity hotspot, or have my phone and be able to have that as a hotspot. This just works really well, and I really enjoy it. And I think that that's what makes it kind of a cut above a lot of the other portable, smaller sized devices. And then, of course, if you add to it the fact that you can have a pen, and that pen, although it has to be charged, in a pinch can be used to take a short note or to do something else. But the last thing that I want to talk about on here really quickly that I find to be probably my favorite part, and this is where I'm going to combine this with Supernote, I have my Supernote partner app on this device, which is really handy and really useful to be able to keep up on notes and to be able to just, if I want a quick reference, so I can have this out and just on my desk sitting somewhere. And if I did have a SIM card in it, it would give me that on the go portable Wi Fi or that portable mobile experience to really be able to access my notes. So, what I can do on here is I was at a conference earlier this week, or what they call a convening for a grant opportunity here in Indiana. And I took a bunch of notes on some different projects and different conversations around AI. And you'll notice here that I have access to all of those notes right here on the Palma. And I can see my headers. I can do all of the things that I want to do here. I can actually use the import button if I wanted to add something or update something. It gives me the full power of the Supernote app in this form factor. And because this has a camera on the back, I could actually scan in an OCR document using the Supernote app. So it gives me a complete ecosystem for being able to use e-ink for the normal things I may use my phone for. Now, to be honest, if I'm scanning a book or I'm scanning something else to bring in, or if I'm bringing in a different document, I can do most of that on my phone. But this gives me a nice way to be able to read the things that I want to read and be able to still have that e-ink experience. So if I'm wanting to read these notes that I took during this conference, yeah, the text is pretty small, but I can read this comfortably from this device, and I can zoom in and out. So you'll see here that when I move this over, I can zoom in and that text is super, super clear because it's an e-ink device showing me e-ink notes. And that's just really cool. And it's something that you're not going to get the same experience if I pull it up on my phone. And of course, my phone is being used right now for my main camera. And I wanted to show this way so you could see both of these side by side. But just to show you how functional that is. So again, a very quick hit video, kind of just talking through about why I enjoy using this device and why I've really gotten to the point where I like it a lot. Not only is it great for reading, not only is it great for having on the go or as a portable, just look through, browse some news articles on the web, but also being able to still take this and use my Supernote device as a companion device almost. And depending on what they end up doing with Supernote and the partner app, these two could become a somewhat coherent ecosystem. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for joining me for this quick hit video. Let me know if you like this format, if you like this style, if you like this change up in the way I've been doing it a little bit. And until next time, we will talk to you soon. Keep on moving forward and have a great rest of your night. Bye now.